Welcome, welcome. So, Canada usually ranks among the best countries to live among developed countries on earth. However, a majority of people say that Canada is expensive. We are comparing it with other developed countries, such as its neighboring country to the south, which is the United States. Here, I'm going to give you some of the reasons why Canada is expensive. The first thing to consider is Canada's population. Canada has a very low population. It only hit 40 million people in April 2023. As of 2022 census of the United States, they have a population of 333.3 million people approximately. Now, because Canada's population is really low, it is expensive for the government to provide social services to just a few users. And because of that, there is a low tax base, hence low government revenue. And also, because of the low population, there is a slow economic growth. With a low population, it leads to sparsely populated communities. And the primary effects of Canada's sparse population include economic drawbacks. Now, most such communities in Canada do have lower living standards, which leads to high costs for goods and services. And also, sparsely populated communities are faced with infrastructure challenges, inadequate or loss of skilled workers, limited social opportunities, and they do have significant environmental impacts and higher dependency. Most of the land in Canada is inhospitable. However, this contributes to the wealthy beauty of the country, such as clean, fresh air, scenic natural resources, such as mountains, oceans, wildlife, that Canadians truly experience the beauty of the country. Another major reason why Canada is expensive is because a majority of the times, Canadian populations depend on imported goods and produce. Canada imports most of its goods and produce from Central America, Latin America, and the neighbor to the south, the United States. But with all imports, there is a tariff or a tax. And when the price of imports is high, that means that the cost of the tariff is passed on to the consumers in the country. And that's why a majority of the times, any products or produce that you buy from Canada is going to be expensive compared to any other country. And then the weather. Canadian winters are long and brutal. Heavy snow delays harvest for farmers and also reduces the quality and the grade of crops. It causes most communities immobile, stranded commuters, closed airports, reduction in the flow of supplies, and this disrupts also the emergency and medical services. However, Canada is a country of four seasons, and it has some of the best summers, spring, and fall seasons. And the communities really enjoy that time when it comes. Did you know that Canada is the second largest country in the world with a 9.985 million square kilometers landmass? It's the largest country in the Western Hemisphere. That means it's larger than the United States. However, this means that transporting goods from one end to another is costly in Canada, and such costs are passed on to the regular consumer. Other drawbacks to this include the fact that a large country can be difficult to govern effectively because the needs and priorities of different regions may be different, making it expensive for the government. There is a tax on everything in Canada, from that pair of jeans that you buy from the mall to your morning cup of coffee from Tim Hortons. Whether you pick a bag of potatoes from the grocery stores or a can of Budweiser from the liquor store, there is going to be an added tax to it. So just like the abundance of lakes and mountains in Canada, so are the taxes on literally everything. Some of the taxes paid in Canada include the corporate income tax, which directly increases the cost of making investments, a sales tax on all goods and services, as well as individual income taxes, which are applied to all wages and salaries. So I've given you some of the reasons why Canada is expensive. Now let's talk about the comparison of the cons and the perks. In Canada, you may pay high taxes. However, there is a non-comparable public service system. Canada has extreme bad weather for sure. However, it also has the best and functional government, as well as helpful family assistance programs. Canada has a very low population and communities are sparsely populated, but there is a phenomenal public health system. Whereas Canada has a big landmass to its disadvantage, Canada has free Canadian education and free public libraries in most communities. So there you have it. Let me know if you have any more additions to this list. And with that, I'll talk to you in my next video. Thank you so much and bye for now.